Hi, Laura J. here with Michael Seegers for another episode of the Michael and Laura Show. Today, Michael wanted to speak into birth dates. So please do.
This is a teaching from the Ascended Masters about the significance of a birthday. Kuthumi tells us that a birth date is a new beginning because the cycle of each life stream completes a circuit every 365 days a year, and the energy of that individual's world closes the circle of experience on the day preceding one's birthday. On the day which is the anniversary of the embodiment of the spirit, the Holy Christ Self releases a new pulsation of light and life into the four lower bodies, and from the present there comes an added forward impetus with the hope that the succeeding year will find a greater expression of the individual's life plan. This is why it is usually noticed that in the period just preceding one's birthday, there is a let up of life's energy and vitality, and the period following the birthday is usually the most opulent in spiritual unfoldment and inner well-being. As the embodiment of the spirit gives new opportunity for such a one to unfold his or her spiritual nature, so is a minor cycle in each birth date, a new beginning and a great deal of the accumulation of the life stream, which the individual has drawn about him or herself, is dissolved at this time. It is also the privilege and opportunity of the ascended hosts to give gifts of their qualities to that life stream, even as undescended beings proffer them their gifts in the material state. Every person who passes through the gates of a new birth date receives an outpouring from every ascended being. This practice of extending gifts here below is but a faint reflection of that inner experience. When an individual becomes a student of the masters and under the direction of the ascended hosts, he or she receives such a cosmic outpouring on that one birthday as to make it the holiest day of the year. On your birthday, your life stream is played upon by all the cosmic friends in the kingdom of eternal freedom. The richness, the opulence, the spiritual illumination which they will give to you will remain a part of your eternal identity for all time. Avail yourselves when this holy day comes and bathe in the effulgence of the presence of the godly. Now, Jesus also gave a teaching in 1991. He said, to the little child within you, to you yourself, in each year of your life on your birthday, I give the kiss of the Christmas rose, and I seal you each and every year unto the present, beloved. Know that my love is sufficient unto you to resolve every unresolved problem, a spiritual problem, a problem in the psyche or in your psychology, a problem of the mind or the heart or the desires. This kiss, beloved, is there for you to accept, and with it, to accept the healing of the experiences of that year of your life. Beloved Lanello, in 1979, told us, oh, my beloved, remember when your birthday comes that you have the privilege of directing to the great central sun your gratitude for life, and over the crystal cord, rippling into the heart of God, send your call of joy and joy in the Lord. On your natal day, you may also offer a petition to Almighty God for a certain dispensation on earth, and on that day, as on no other in your birth year, is there the opening of the heart of God for the very special dispensation for life, providing that your prayer is always for others, that you might give a gift of God from your heart to the evolutions of earth. Now, I got a story for you.
I look forward to hearing it.
A number of years ago, my good friend Joe called me up and he said, I'm not doing anything tomorrow, and I know it's your birthday. He said, I want to come to you and spend the day with you at work. I said, great, you're going to have to start really early in the morning and I can pick you up and that'll be wonderful. So we did that, and I was delivering bread at the time. And we spent the whole day together and finished my route, and we were driving back from Oshawa. And it's very interesting in light of this teaching about the release of light on the birthday. Because when we study the cosmic clock, we know that this release of light comes at the hour and the minute of your birth. And I was born at 2:15 p.m. Eastern time on March the 10th. And Joe and I were driving back from Oshawa, and we were on the highway halfway to Toronto, and it was 2:15 p.m. And Joe didn't know anything about Ascended Masters. He didn't even know that I was a student of the Masters. We'd never spoken about it. And all of a sudden, he burst into tears. And he looked at me, and he had a look on his face of total surprise. He couldn't understand what was happening. And the same thing was happening to me. And I looked at him, and I was tears of joy. And I knew it was the wave of light coming from the Ascended Masters. And it came through me, and it came through the whole truck, and it came through my friend Joe. And he had no frame of reference, no context. He, in his whole life, had never experienced. And he kept asking me, "Why am I crying? What is going on?"
Literally, my battery charged notice just came on as you told this story about Joe, and now it's 222 in the show.
I spoke to Joe a few weeks ago, and he brought up this story again. He still remembered it. And this is 10 years have gone by, and he was still asking the question, what the heck happened? It was a wave of spiritual light. I call it the glory. When the glory comes through you, you will cry. You will be blown away by the power of God when you feel that. And if you didn't know what it was, it's heaven's light blessing you, absolutely blessing you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Absolutely. So please share this message with a friend who is due for their special day when they blessed the world and became one of the players on the field. Now, I've also asked Michael to set up the view of virtues in the cosmic clock. So please do introduce this to those who are going to be experiencing a microcosmic experience of this and the macro one too.
These are the qualities of the 12 lines of the cosmic clock, and we move through the clock every year of our life. So on our 12th birthday, we are handling the initiations of God power. And on our 13th birthday, it becomes the initiation of God love. On our 14th birthday, it's all about God mastery. And every year we move to the next line on the clock. And so for me, it's at 2:15 p.m. on March 10 every year. I'm at the next line on the clock. I'm approaching my birthday. I'm going to be on the 3 o'clock line this year. It'll be the initiation of God control. Now,
the art of surrender sounds like it's going to be one of your lessons, my friend.
Well, I'm going to show you what it deals with. These are the perversions of those 12 qualities. And so we can see that we are finishing up with the energies of malicious animal magnetism, which for the last 3 years have been hatred, malice, like witchcraft, doubt, fear, aggression, murder, death, and criticism, condemnation, judgment of all black magic. I'm now entering the second quadrant. This was the etheric quadrant. Now we're moving into the mental quadrant, which is ignorant animal magnetism. And I will be dealing with personal issues of conceit, deceit, arrogance, and ego, not just from this lifetime. I will be dealing deeper into my electron belt with items of this type of misqualification of energy, errors that I've made in previous embodiments that will be coming up for transmutation. And this is what they will show up like. And next year, my challenges will be these type of energies. And every year we move to the next line on the clock, and we can identify what are the energies that require transmutation from this lifetime or previous lifetimes that are coming up out of our electronic belt. And our opportunity, moment by moment, in our interactions with self and others, is to recognize these energies that may be attempting to find expression and transmuting them and not giving them expression. So recognizing that instead of allowing myself to act in this manner, I can exercise control over that and not permit that energy to spill out in that type of expression.
Now, you've explained as well there is a trine with that where it connects with the right and left path.
That's about making choices with respect to those initiations. And so I'll pull that up for you real quick.
Beautiful. Thank you. This is so important. The world needs this right now more than ever.
There is a phrase that people hear from time to time about the left-hand path. And it is the path of error. And that stems from the teaching that the masters give on the cosmic clock. And they say, wherever you stand on the clock, you are standing at the fork in the road. And the fork is drawn here as the trine. Every point on the clock has a fork in the road. And so when you're standing facing the center of the circle, this would be the left fork and this would be the right fork. Every point along the clock, you look facing towards the center to identify which is left and which is right. And so for me, if this energy is seeking expression, my error would be by allowing the expression of ingratitude, thoughtlessness, and spiritual blindness. My correct use of this energy would be seen in achieving my God victory. So it's very easy to identify. You're on the 6 o'clock line. Your challenge is maintain your harmony. Are you expressing resentment, revenge, and retaliation? That's a left-handed path.
It's selfishness, self-love, and adultery, isn't it?
The test is maintain my God harmony. The decision-making point is, am I expressing?
You're going up on another one.
Pardon me?
Going up to 11.
Oh, sorry. 10. Very good. The left-handed test, am I expressing selfishness, self-love, and idolatry, or am I making the correct choice and expressing God mastery? So every point on the clock, you face the center and you look which is left, and you'll identify real quickly, are you allowing your energy, when your challenge is God justice, are you expressing criticism, or are you being obedient? The psychology of the soul can all be studied and understood in the cosmic clock. And your test at every step along the way can be identified by noting what is the test, its harmony, what is the error, expressing selfishness, what is the correct use, expressing God mastery.
I was the one that was in the wrong, thinking that we were on to the pink one of God harmony for whatever reason, when you were correct in saying it was God victory from God control. I thought that we were doing God harmony, God vision, God mastery, but you were doing God control, God.
That's how I got up to the 11 o'clock line. It was my right hand trine. Yeah.
Of course you did. And I here thought that it was the forces creating a little bit of interference with the connection of the correct trines on the left-handed side of the path. So maybe that was in my mind, or maybe there was that going on.
I think I mixed it up, because when I got to harmony, I went from 6 and I started talking about 11.
You did, because you were focused on your white line. And the thing I want to just point out here is you do have the 3 colors of the threefold flame of yellow, pink, and blue, and then white as the foundation of light that all of this is based on too.
Yeah, so when Alex did this, he was showing you the blue plume, which actually, when we look in the quadrants, you'll see the blue flame, yellow flame, pink flame. He did not follow that when he colored this, because you would actually be seeing 4 quadrants with 3 plumes in each quadrant. So the blue would be repeating again here. So this does not match up to the colors of the plumes. This was just Alex coloring so you could see the 4 different trines, just making them more visibly apparent.
Good clarification.
Yeah, we do have actually, when you look at the masters on the cosmic clock or the powers on the cosmic clock, you'll see what I'm talking about with the plumes. So here in the first quadrant, in the etheric quadrant, you see blue, pink, yellow. Then in the mental quadrant, it repeats blue, pink, yellow. Then in the emotional quadrant, and then in the physical quadrant. So they form what are called crosses. There's three crosses: the blue cross, the yellow cross, the pink cross. In astrology, this would be called the cardinal cross. The mutable cross is the pink one, and the fixed cross is the yellow one. And each cross has a different set of initiations associated with it. But this is the threefold flame expressing itself in the quadrant of fire in the etheric plane. This is the threefold flame expressing itself in the quadrant of air, which is the mental plane. Threefold flame expressing in the quadrant of water, which is the emotional or astral plane, and threefold flame expressing in the plane of earth, which is the physical plane. So the threefold flame finding its expression in all four planes yields the 12 qualities. That's the significance of the number 12. It has to do with the threefold flame expressing in four planes, in the four lower bodies of man, in the four lower bodies of the planet, of the solar system, the galaxy of Mater.
Amazing. Oh, I'm so excited to be able to share this with the world. So I hope that you have gained value learning about the cosmic clock. We do have another video introducing the cosmic clock that we did that would take you to potentially some review, but more that's not included today too. So definitely go check that out as part of the Michael and Laura show. And please know that we appreciate your feedback as to what this brings up for you, where you have doubt or insecurity or uncertainty, or where you are questioning or curious. Let us know below with your comments so that we can create messages catered to you and the journey that you are on in becoming the ascended master, as we all have an opportunity to do by just transmuting 51% of our karma, the way that Michael had shared earlier on in the playlist. And so thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up today. Thank you, Michael, for all you had to say, and me too for being willing to say yes, even though I might not have had the authority from outside circumstances to be the one to do so. And that is just the reminder to you too, that your mission is not going to be something that you're allocated by those who don't have eyes to see the vision inside your mind.
Thank you, Laura.